Okay, so from 27 we're going to straight out to slow, 9 to rigs, 176 to rivet, 140 to smelts, 166 to wallets, let's put 1, checks, 350. That's right there. Press that straight up. So safety then 4.2 comes to 4.6 outside of the goes on to 2.8 further down. So initial climb, 275 degrees to 15-27 feet, then that's the slow, and then on depicted routes to smelts, maintaining 250 to rivets. Split, maintain 10,000. It's absolutely fine. Transition 18. So, let's make this 2555.
Airport. Land and cultural operations in effect. On receipt of your ATC clearance, repack only stock code. Pre-departure clearances do not require a repack. Attention all aircraft. Hazardous weather information for Atlanta area available from Hazardous and Flight Weather Advisory Service, or Flight Service stations. Ground control assigned runway with taxi instructions. Expect our nav off the ground. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on the ramps, taxiways, and runways. Include your call sign in the repacks. Upon receipt of your ATC clearance, repack only your squad code. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform. Atlanta Airport 8 is information uniform. Reminder 520 special. Run 340 at 5. Visibility 10. 7,000 scattered. Temperature 32. 2.4. Altimeter 2992. Single visual approach is in use. Visual approach runway 26 right. 27 left. 28. Simultaneous departures in use. Departing runways 26 left. 27 right. Notices to airmen. Arrivals check local notices to airmen for expected runway. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Land and hold short operations in effect. On receipt of your ATC clearance, repack only stock code. Pre-departure clearances do not require a repack. Attention all aircraft. Hazardous weather information for Atlanta area available from Hazardous and Flight Weather Advisory Service, or Flight Service stations. Ground control assigned runway with taxi instructions. Departures expect our nav off the ground. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on the ramps, taxiways, and runways. Include your call sign in the repacks. Upon receipt of your ATC clearance, repack only your squad code. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform. Atlanta International Airport 8 is information uniform. 19520 special. Run 340 at 5. Visibility 10. 7,000 scattered. Temperature 32. 2.4. Altimeter 2992. Single visual approach is in use. Visual approach runway 26 right, 27 left, 28. Simultaneous departures in use. Departing runways 26 left, 27 right. Notices to airmen. Arrivals check local notices to airmen for expected runway. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Land and hold short operations in act. On receipt of your ATC clearance, read back only stock code. Pre-departure clearances do not require a repack. Attention all aircraft. Hazardous weather information for Atlanta area available from Hazardous and Flight Weather Advisory Service, or Flight Service stations. Ground control will sign runway with taxi instructions. Departures expect RNAV off the ground. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on the ramps.
60. Delta 2541, frequency change to advisory is approved. Have a nice flight.
Roger, that's Unicorn 122.8. Have a great day, Delta 2541. Sorry about the TCAS alarm in the background, by the way.
It's fine. I should have waited to launch you until after the VFR was out of the way. My apologies. Zero runway 27 left, clear for the option, and there's no departing traffic to worry about this time.
Roger, clear for option 27 left, 630.
And shall aircraft Atlanta Tower will be closing in 10 minutes.
Just so you know, tower's going to close in about 10 minutes.
Almost done.
November 14 Mike Tango, Atlanta Tower, are you voice capable? Perfect. 42 Mike Tango, Lena Tower, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Juliet Mike. Attention all aircraft, ATIS information Victor's current Atlanta altimeter is 2992.
Okay, I'm back. What was the departure again? The Smelts to?
AFM.
He never sent me my PDC.
Atlanta Tower, number 7274 call.
November 7274 Golf Atlanta
Say again?
Tower.
He never sent me my PDC or refile on my flight plan.
Roger.
That was Brendan. I'll fill you in later. Ten right in Lauderdale, you said.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a problem. For 10 right, I don't have the RAGS transition.
It should be. I'll tell you exactly what transition is. I think it's Butler or something. There's no star transition. There's just an approach transition.
I said transition. I'm sorry. I meant star. I don't have the RAGS.
Oh no, it's not the RAGS. It's the what's it called? Jingle 5.
Okay, you gave me the RAGS. So I got the right flight plan. GVC, Peyton, Holy.
No, I think I don't know what you're saying there, but hang on.
That's what you pasted in there for me. Oh shit! No, it's not. I went to something different, man.
I think that's a flight plan you put in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Come on. Open. So it's off and then so it's on. So doors getting locked. Okay, so we've got the RLS for 27 right in case we're coming back in. 143 for the V2 plus 10, 275 degrees. Wheel is free and clear. Altitude set for 10,000. Pulled. And then we've got the Atlanta VR on number 2. Position that's on at the moment, that's fine. Flex at 40 gives us an EPR of 1.90. The ART is off. He's showing 3 greens, that's down. Flaps are up.
You happen to come up with the winds for top of climb and outside air temperature up there?
Yes, sir. It is. Winds, top of climb 176 at 16. Temperature is minus 38 degrees.
Thank you.
Long trim at 6.5 is set. Fuel cutoffs are off. Let's just test this out a second. I should not do anything right now with that.
Spot lab. Spot lab. Spot lab. Spot lab.
That's fine. Relock it. Should bring this back down. That's good. Front, take up position set for 11. CG, we've got 14, flight 11, checks. Person, we've got the crossing valves open, order and a launch on 0. Just coming up. Just the
Fire left engine. Fire right engine. Fire left engine. Fire left engine.
That's good. You have an ETA?
About 60 seconds for push.
Roger. Mind if I start mine then?
Go ahead.
You.
What are you going to do? Hey, man, it worked. I see you as a Delta MD-88. I'll tell you how to fix it later.
I see you as the same thing.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot. It's terrible. I thought I fixed it. Okay, are you gonna go nose left, tail right?
Yes. No, sorry.
No, sorry.
Yeah, nose, left, tail, right. Yeah.
Take it.
Okay, tuck's coming in for me.
Same for me.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
630, unfortunately I am closing. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change advisory is approved.
Locking gear.
That was close.
Roger, advisors, happy 630. See you later.
Attention all aircraft, time now 211708 is void. Atlanta Tower is now closed. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Thanks for flying with the Atlanta Center and have a good night.
Go on, Unicom.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Just went for 15 on the N2. There it is. Oil temperature's rising, oil pressure's rising, and rotation. Dial's good on 2. Stabilize, we're at 360 to 370. There it is. Going 2. Pressure. Pressure. And 1. Fuel. Fuel flow. License got on 1. No, unfortunately not, Tim.
Set
Couldn't
parking
get it sorted,
brakes.
so just finishing up a couple of things in the UK now to get my license and sorted over here instead.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Flaps 11.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Flap 11 not working.
I'm ready for taxi.
Same here.
All right, moving out to the throat.
Which waste? Smell the plug on the left. Right. Neutral. There's power on. Cheers. Okay, I'm just approaching the throat.
Roger. Okay, brother. After you.
Okay, Roger, I'll take Lima 5 out to Mike and I'll follow Mike all the way down.
Sounds good.
Okay, so check then, we've got
Looks like we
the...
got one on base to final right there.
You on 27 left or 27 right?
Can't tell. It's flying with the tail number, so I don't know what kind of aircraft it is.
He's on the left side.
Oh yeah, there it is.
You doing the full auto land on this one as well, or are you just taking manual?
No, I do the auto land. I mean, I've already done it. I know it works, but Brendan's looking into that for us. I may be a bit wrong about that, about the auto land. Not. Well, he's looking it up. It's a 50-50 chance of me being right or wrong, so we'll see. About the technical, about whether or not you can actually do an auto land in the aircraft without running the test prior to departure. It's a 50-50, and he's going to take a look in the deep into the systems books.
Oh, nice. I'm going to take an intersection departure from Mike 20.
Okay.
Take off, take off. Oh, crossing the bars closed. Spores armed. Okay, buddy. I'll see you in the air.
Roger.
Close run. Stable. APR 40.
Auto brake.
Going off.
Auto brake.
Takeoff
Auto
thrust
brake.
set.
Auto brake. Auto brake.
Clamp.
Check.
Auto brake.
Pump 40.
Auto brake.
80
Yes.
knots. Cross
Auto
check.
brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake. Auto brake.
V1.
Auto brake.
Rotate.
Auto brake. Auto brake.
Positive rate. Gear up. Lights out.
Middle. No truck, we no climb. Pause them.
Flap 0. Slats retracted.
There you go, top. Okay, but that's a little over 2.5 minutes.
Roger.
So Lava 350 armed. Just plus slaw.
Roger, I'll be out of here in about 10 seconds.
Oh, they said when they're going to get the weather radar working yet.
Yeah, I have to talk to you about that offline. Oh, hey, you know the 2992 nuance for standard altimeter, the 29901 versus 1013? I got that one documented.
Nice.
So we're trying to get that thing fixed. What do you have for cruise?
It's just gonna be decimal 76.
76.
You know this plane? She's an Audi and a slower.
Reading some old school documents. You know what they were flying this? Sorry. You know what they were flying this aircraft at when it was when it first came out?
What's that?
8-3. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
It's quite interesting because, like, it was when I came to Pensacola, like, I had a word with a flight crew on this, like, and they said nowadays they just won't push these aircraft beyond 76, 77 at the tops.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they're a little older. I mean, they're tanks, right? They're tanks. The airframes are solid as can be. Yeah, but all things being as they are with the aircraft, you know, an older aircraft, yeah, 76 is, yeah. The last flight I made in an MD-88, believe it or not, was from Atlanta to Philadelphia, and we must have had a hell of a tailwind, and that's not too usual, you know, it's not too normal from Atlanta to Philly, but we must have had one because it was a record-setting flight. I mean, man, I can't remember the time, but I remember being impressed by it. And when I got home, I did the math, and you know, we got up and went. You know, Brendan tells me that sometimes they fly the aircraft pretty damn fast. He's supposed to be here on Discord here in a bit.
Oh, sweet.
Fact, he is. He's just not in the channel.
Well, tell him to move his arse. Yeah, my climb has slowed right down at the moment as well. Like, I'm only getting about 600-700 feet a minute. And I'm just coming through 28.5.
Really? You pretty heavy or something?
I didn't think so. I mean, I had like 7 tons of gas and standard packs layout.
That's really interesting because I'm at 26.4 and I'm 20-something miles behind you, brother.
Oh, no, scratch that. It's just realised it's wants to climb a bit quicker now.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, we're in that part of the flight envelope where the climb rate's not what it, you know, you hit 24 to 26,000. That's the drop-off point due to the wing configuration.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, do you have any problem with the flaps? Like, when you land, I'd like to see if you can hit flaps 40. It may be some kind of calibration issue on this end. I don't think so, but when I put the slats in, I gotta bump it twice to put the, you know, the flaps will come up, but the slats won't come in, so I gotta bump it twice, and I can only do flaps 28.
I'll have a look when on the approach on landing.
Yeah, so it's just probably a calibration issue on my end. But it's odd that this is the only aircraft it affects, but we've heard that before.
Yeah. Oh shit. Brandon, is his surname Richford?
It is indeed.
Okay, well he's just departed out of Atlanta, but he's got no flight plan.
Yeah, he's coming up with us. Call him on Skype. Yeah, listen, right now, Grant, the only thing on the multi-panel that works with this profile is course.
Yeah, I've already figured.
Oh, I wish you had said something.
I'll, if I get some time on Sunday, maybe I'll try and have a look at that.
Looks like speed works as well, buddy. It reads, it doesn't write. Okay. Sneak it up on flight level 300, buddy.
Roger, I'm still at 33.5.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Okay, it works. All right.
Hey, man.
See.
Hey, we were going to ask you. I was going to ask you a question. Grant and I were just talking about something. What was the question we wanted to ask him, Grant?
Speed.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned him. Thank you, Grant. You mentioned the other day. Well, 2 weeks ago we were talking, and you were talking about the fastest you've flown the MD-88, Mach-wise. What is it? You said sometimes if you're pushed, that you guys will fly it so fast.
Oh yeah.
I was a little surprised.
We'll dial the speed up. I've dialed it up to 8.0. It's not happy at 8.0, but it'll do it. usually it comes with an altitude penalty. So if you dial into the FMC, if you put in Mach 80, it's going to say unable cruise altitude, or it's going to be above your performance altitude. And if you look in your FMC on the cruise page, let's see if this one does it. There's the optimum that's displayed.
Yep.
And it's different than in the 777 or 73, which will have like an optimum and a recommended. This optimum that's displayed here in the FMC, that's like what the airplane can do. And if you go above that, you'll probably still be able to fly above that, because I've done it. It will stop giving you fuel prediction and ETAs. It'll just be blank if you. I'm actually joined you guys in the sky here on VATSIM.
You see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, Delta 16. So right now I'm showing an optimum of 362. So if I went up to 370, it would if I go to the progress page, it should blank out the fuel prediction.
Okay, nice. That's good to know. Hey, that's wonderful.
Trying to figure out this. See, on the cruise page, it should show me an econ speed already of Mach, even though well, maybe it's 280. It's kind of on the cusp. If I put in something higher, like 300. Yeah, it still gives me an indicated airspeed. It should know to change over. But then again, you know, this is...
It does.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Okay. The 88... I'm trying to figure out, like, there's going to be software differences in the Pegasus versions. And I think Delta has, like, the latest software, the latest box of Pegasus. So what Leonardo SH might be simulating is an older style box that just displays the cruise as indicated. What you should be able to do is type in like 300/.76 or something like that. And it does give it to you. All right. And then it should change over. That's interesting. Okay, good. Glad it does that. Anyway, to get back to your question, I've taken it to 80, and the little, see, this one doesn't have it on the FO's yoke. There's a little tube that comes up when you're reaching the critical Mach. It senses that, and it actually will start pulling back your stick, your flight controls to prevent Mach tuck.
Yeah, you showed me a picture of that, man. I think that is so great. I'm going to try to get that implemented in the aircraft.
Oh, really? And I don't know if the MD-80 has it, or this is an 82 model. So yeah. I have to watch myself when I post anything with bugs that maybe it's something that the 80 doesn't have, but the 88 does.
Well, you know what? You pass all bugs through me anyway, because I know what's already been there. I'm really supposed to be managing this part of the team anyway. So also, I'm happy to research that if you can't or haven't, and I will let you know before I post it what I find. So you know, I mean, you've got the most access. So you know, if you can't find it, I'll do some digging.
Yeah, and I've got access to all the maintenance stuff. It's buried in the Delta website somewhere.
And by the way, we do have an 82, at least I think 2 82 pilots on the team. So.
Oh, are those from Meridiana?
I don't know. I would assume so. But well, no, actually, one may be, but another guy's in a different country. He's not in Italy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, is American still flying them? They're doing like the Super 80, right? They still have the straight 80.
I don't know about this. I know they had the Super 80, but I know they are still flying the 80s. As a matter of fact, one of the guys on the team is a maintenance guy for American. Hey, Brendan, give me a second. I've got to take care of something, and I'll be right back. You can talk with Grant though.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I was saying today before, because I spoke to a couple of Jesus Christ, I'll get my words on in a second. I'm freaking knackered. I spoke to a couple of pilots from Delta a while ago when I flew down to Pensacola, and they were saying like they normally won't take this aircraft now above decimal 76 unless they really need to push it.
Yeah, it won't. It's not happy. I put in my hurry to get home speed is like 765, 77. It'll do 78, but anything above that, it's you'll feel the flight control shutter. It's just not very gently. Like it's not like a. I don't think the passengers would notice, but you feel it in the. There's the buzz in the flight controls above 79. I don't know what combination of temperature and altitude and weight would give you the ability to go all the way to max Mach, which is what, 0.82, I think.
Decimal 82, decimal 83 with the it's 2, isn't it?
Yeah, I gotta look in my book because I got recurrent coming up. They always quiz me on that. But yeah, you never get up there. But once you get like above 7.7, you're just burning lots of gas, so it's not even worth it.
Right.
Right now I'm trying to climb this thing. I guess it's doing an okay job here. 300 knots, which is a little bit slow. Yeah, it's still... It's Mach 7.2 now. Okay, well, we're getting there. Grant, do you know Doug Taylor?
Name sounds familiar.
Okay. I think you guys are friends on Facebook. He's, he runs Jet Careers website.
Let me just see if I've got him.
But I don't know. Whenever he posts something on Facebook, I always think that's you commenting. It might be someone else. Oops, I forgot to turn off my floodlights. God, this airplane's too busy. There we go.
What's the Facebook page?
No, just his personal Facebook. Let's see here.
No, I don't. I'm on Facebook actually.
Oh, you aren't? Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
This is I'm gonna cruise at 20. Whoa. Oh, that's interesting. I went into capture mode and it kind of.
Hey, I've got a. I don't know about you, Grant, but I'm reading on the Annunciator. I'm reading VMO limit.
Nope, I'm not seeing anything like that.
Are you guys doing shared cockpit right now?
No.
Okay.
Why would I be reading VMO limit? Everything's normal here.
I didn't take enough gas. Darn it.
Say again?
So your VMO limit, and you're not at Barber Pole.
No.
And your flap slats are up.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's strange.
clean configuration. I'm at one second. Yeah, I'm at decimal. Oh, I'm at decimal 822. I don't know how that happened.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Okay, back into VMS speed. Yeah, I don't
can't-
know why
I
that
can't-
happened. I've never seen that, but yeah, it's all good now.
I wish I could clear my insufficient fuel message.
Clear
The easiest thing
what?
to do was just go into vehicle, fuel and payload, and just put some more gas in it. That should do it.
Okay. Yeah, that if that comes up in the real aircraft, you can clear it on any of the pages. It'll come back if you don't, if you're gonna land below reserves. Let's see here. Another difference that may be between the two FMS softwares is in flight, when you go to correct the perf init page, which we have to do a lot in cruise, every so often, you know, the fuel burn schedule that's in the FMS doesn't match what the engines actually burn.
Right.
So the totalizer will be different than what's in the FMS. So we do a check at 10,000 feet, and you go and you correct it, and then I do it again at 18,000 feet, and then at cruise, you just tell the guy, hey, I'm not updating your gas. And when you put it in the fuel schedule, you don't have to put in the /N or A. You don't have to do that. You just put in my case here, it's 16.5. You just put in 16.5. But in our simulation, it requires you to put in the /A or /N. And I wonder if that's an MD80 thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder
You
if
need
he
to-
does it in the 82 as well.
Yeah, on the ground, you definitely have to put that in the /N. Anytime you update the gas, you put in /N or /A, and it's going to bark at you if you don't put it in. But once you take off, it's kind of meaningless.
Gotcha. What's it actually? What do you know? What it actually does when you put? I mean, the difference between A and N.
A is for for the center tank. What is it? If you have less than full wing tanks with center tank fuel, and it'll automatically do a different burn schedule. And A is for automatic.
Right.
And N is for normal. So
right.
99% of the time you're flying around with N, because you're doing the normal burn. And I don't think this yeah, the 80 doesn't have it. On all of our 88s, we've got by the center tank fuel pumps, it's a 3-position. It's off, auto, and on.
Yeah, right. I know what you're talking about. Right.
Yep. And it's auto when you have less than full wing tanks and center tank fuel, and it's like got to burn down to 4,000 in the wings first, and then it goes down to the centers, and then burns down the wings. I can't remember it.
That can't happen that often though, using the center tank with less than full wing tanks, can it?
Yeah, it's due to an MEL, or if sometimes the valves get sticky so the fueler isn't able to fill the wing tanks, and it'll just come in and complain, hey, it keeps shutting off on me at 6,000 pounds.
Ah, okay.
That doesn't muck around too much with your weight and balance?
No, it's as long as you keep to the burn schedule, and the dispatch knows about it, and I'm sure they flip a switch when they're dispatching for their performance and stuff. Let's see if I can find the manual.
Good to have you on the team, man.
Yeah, there's so many quirks on this airplane. It's
And you know what, man? I love them all. Because I don't have to fly it in real life. You do.
yeah. Alternate fuel burn. Okay.
Right. That's what it stands for. It's an alternate fuel burn instead of normal, right?
Right. Yeah.
I know we think of it as automatic, but it's alternate.
Yeah, A for alternate burn configuration, N for standard. And that standard means you fill the wings up first, and you add in the centers, or alternate, which... Yeah.
Your engine sync switch, I think, is different on the 88 or the 90 than it is on the 80 or 82, right?
Yeah, on the... This one looks... It's like it's the same as the 88. There's EPR mode. Oh, no. So default is N1. I think EPR is when the engine sync is off. I think defaults to. Never mind. It's the same. Yeah. Turn it to EPR mode.
Yeah, it's three. Well, I think it's either 88 or the 90. I thought was different.
Yeah, the 90 is different.
Okay.
What does the 90 do? I'm trying to remember what the 90 does. I just turn it to the left on my climb flow. What do?
Yeah, left is for the EPR sync, right? So,
Left CPR, and then you got M1 and N2 on the right.
Right. I think the 90 doesn't have N2 or something, or it doesn't have one of those. Sometimes I just remember it being different. Shit. I wish I remember what it was.
Very overcast. How's it going?
Yeah, I think it just has N1 mode.
I think you're right. I'm gonna look it up right now. And the FCOM tells us too, but I'll just Google it.
Can I send you guys a little text here? Where is my...
Yeah. Make sure that you, for the very first time, make sure you look above main channel and it says main chat. Just click that, and that'll sync you to the main channel for text.
Okay.
And then just type in the middle. Okay, so engine sync not permitted below 1,500 feet.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it'll give you a EOAP message if you forget to turn it off with the gear down.
Okay, I don't think this one does that. I'll have to write that one up. And, well, I'll double check it works for it's on the 82.
Yeah. Another thing that's... Oh, it's not illuminated right now. Let's see. No. I had the art indicator light, you know, the ready and art. After I put the gear up, the thing remained illuminated.
Mine did too. I've already noted it. Yep.
Okay, so that's another little thing.
Yep. It should have been, if you just do a if you press takeoff and you've got your throttles clamped, the two switches on the back, you shouldn't have, and you have the art switch in auto. Nothing should be illuminated, correct?
No, it should be on ready. If it's not
ready, right, but not art.
Yeah.
Art should not be illuminated.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. It'll only go art if there's, was it an error, or if the thing fires off and adds power.
Right. Yeah, if it does it automatically, yeah.
Yeah, and you can actually get it to engage or get the art system to work if you switch flight guidance computers. So if you switch from 1 to 2 while the auto throttle is engaged, it should engage the art.
Oh, okay.
And that's one of the conditions.
Let me write that up. I mean, make a note of it. So if you switch the flight guidance computers.
Yeah.
With auto throttle engaged.
Yep, I'm gonna find the. Did you guys get my little text here? Alternate fuel burn, or did I send it to the wrong person?
No, we did not get it. Did you?
Oh, you know what? I gotta send it here. Oops, that's not the right one. Okay. Let's see, automatic reserve thrust.
Right, but that won't exactly apply to this aircraft because obviously we don't have the automatic switches on this one for the fuel center fuel tanks.
Oh, you're talking about the A versus N?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would never be using A, I guess, in the FMS here. So you would always be putting slant N. But I guess it's in the Pegasus software, so you can put in stuff that, you know, is not installed in the aircraft.
Yeah.
Alright, what else can I send you guys? Okay, so for automatic reserve thrust, the ready light indicates the art's capable of operating. So that's why it's out all the time, because we always do reduced flex takeoffs, which you don't use the art for. You turn it off. And then when it turns orange, that means the system's been activated. And I don't know where it says. Let's see. Here we go. Send it to you, Dave. There you go.
Then you should be able to text into the main channel.
Oh, so all right.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
Swedish.
Then everyone gets it.
Absolutely. The other one's private deal.
Well, I got it to cruise at Mach 8.1, so it's doing okay so far. This FMS doesn't seem to want to erase the indicator speed that I had programmed in there for cruise. I did a 300/.76, and when you get above 27, it should just delete.
Probably another one's going to the report then.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing 80 right now. I'm gonna do a descent at 300 knots. So it accepts the 300 Mach 0.80, which means I want it to descend at Mach 80 until it intercepts 300 knots. Or yeah.
So with this on mine then,
Let's see, this doesn't make any sense. If I did 7.5.
so if I want mine to descend and say 7.6 until it intercepts say 240 knots, I'd, well actually no, it'd be decimal 7.6 until it reaches 250 knots. I'd just do decimal 7.6/250.
That's correct. Yeah, and that 250 sounds a little low, but like if you're doing something like a descent speed of 300 knots, if you're up at 34,000 feet, you're not going to be able to do an indicated of 300 knots up there. I think the max indicated up there you would get is like 270 or something. So it would just hold your Mach speed, and then as the barber pole gets up, it would increase the Mach. It would increase your indicated airspeed, holding a constant Mach until you intercept 300, and then continue at 300.
Right.
while you're in cruise, if I force it to go do an intercade, it should be able to do it. Yep, it'll do it. And then if I force it to do something that it can't, all right. I gotta keep updating my VOR frequencies. I think Fort Lauderdale is like 15.5 or something.
I've got the charts up here, give me 1 second, I'll let you know exactly what it is. Uh, 14.4.
14.4, okay. So that's Dolphin, right?
No, that's the Fort Lauderdale VOR itself.
Okay.
If you want Dolphin, do you want Dolphin or Virginia Key?
Virginia Key, that's right, down in Miami.
The Dolphin's just to the west of Miami. You've got Virginia Key, which is just to the southeast. I'll give you Dolphin anyway. Dolphin's 13.9.
13.9. I keep
I'm
forgetting
still not intercepting any of those VORs anyway, so let me see if we can get something a bit closer. There's no VORs around here. Okay, we've got St. Petersburg, which is, it's only low VOR, but we should still pick that up a bit sooner. That's at 16.4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can get St. Petersburg up, which I'm 46 miles to the north of St. Petersburg.
Which VOR were you getting the frequency for?
St. Petersburg.
What's the icon?
St. Petersburg is Papa India Echo, frequency 116.4. It's just with the VOR updating.
Yeah, thanks. It saves me from looking it up.
You know, well, we'll say, like, I am liking the Navigraph charts. The only thing I don't like so far, or the only thing they've really got to fix, is when you've got your aircraft simulator up on there, where it's following it, like, it does disconnect quite frequently, so you've got to keep reconnecting it to your flight sim.
Interesting. I wonder, I would assume they use SimConnect for that.
It is, it's their own version of it.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Oh,
if it keeps
interesting.
disconnecting, something's got to be different because the, yeah.
Essentially, though, in all fairness, like, the program is still kind of a beta.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just too bad Flight Plan Go hasn't got access to the UK or European charts, because I would have just stuck with that.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be nice when they do that.
Oh, one thing, Dave, I noticed in the beta 2 notes that they lowered the...
Hey, careful because I'm streaming, so make sure you don't put out anything that, because everybody's hearing you, so anything that might be confidential, make sure you don't.
Okay.
I mean, if it's not confidential, you know, couldn't be used by another developer, blah, 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 whatever, then it's cool. But just, you know, use your good judgment on that.
Okay.
You can always text it, but I don't want you to have to type all that in either, so...
Here's a question for you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Right, in Europe, when we had the MD-80s operating over here, especially Scandinavian, like, their policy, this is a weird one I know, but the landing lights, Now the policy for SAS was after departure, once you got above about 3,000–4,000 feet, is they would take the wing landing lights off because obviously they protrude out from the airframe.
Yes.
Same with the MD-11, so they produce quite a lot of noise. What's the policy at Delta with that?
10,000 feet, you switch them off. Yeah, not at 5,000 feet. I guess you could. I've seen, when I was flying inter-island at Hawaiian, guys would switch it all off at 5,000 feet, just to get rid of the vibration. It does make a little bit of a rumble. I'm not sure if the passengers notice it, but yeah, when you're getting above 250, it gets substantial. However, there is an MEL if the retract mechanism, the lights, doesn't work. You can fly the flight with the lights out, up to any airspeed. It's not going to hurt the lights, but you'll get that rumble the whole flight.
You know, I was looking at the flight dynamic documents for the MD-80, and I assume it's for all variants, but it was just the MD-80. That's the only thing I had access to, and it said that you could that the lights being extended creates enough drag to help slow the aircraft down on descent.
Yeah, it's a little joke if you're a little too fast. You're like, oh, I'll help you descend, and then they put the landing lights out, and
yeah.
you get like an extra 200 to 300 feet per minute.
I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, take a look at your altimeter. You see the orange flag? Is that my? I don't think that's correct on mine. It may not.
Let me look at yours.
Mine's reading about 27,500.
I gotta see what you're looking at.
Altimeter. There's the orange.
Oh, you know about just the altitude flag?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can
Move that.
yeah, the one you can move. Basically, you'll do that.
How do you move it?
Just use the orange knob at the right.
Oh, I'm a dummy. Never mind. Thank you guys. What a dumbass.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and for the guys on my stream as well, like the reason we have that is, well, the reason we use it is to set our minimums on the approach, which we can actually look at right now on my side. So let's get the charts up for Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I was thinking that was a, you know how sometimes you have that second indicator, second wheel or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's not. So okay. You know, like for hundreds of feet or something.
Oh yeah.
That's not what it is. I got it. It'd be pretty hard to set minimums though with that in this aircraft anyway, right?
Well, no. What it is with that is you set it just to the closest 10 or 20 feet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see how this one. Well, that's not bad. One of the comments I put on that some of these bugs would be really cool to be able to get acceleration in the knobs so that it's easier to dial in things.
I figured that out just this morning. If you will, you know, your mouse wheel has a button with it, right?
Yeah.
If you'll press down when you rotate, that is the old. There used to be a setting in the Mad Dog Load Manager for mouse acceleration or wheel acceleration. Now all you do is you press down and hold and flip, flip the wheel, and that'll accelerate it. I thought the same thing, brother.
Might be easy. Put maybe a sensor mouse click on that instead of having to hold.
It would be hard for me to. Well, the mouse clicks he's got for switches left and right, but I would find that really difficult to hold one of the mouse things down, mouse buttons down, and rotate the wheel at the same time. But I got used to it pretty quickly, and I kind of like it this way. So
Oh, it's not working on mine.
Oh no. Okay, well.
But yeah, and the real airplane, let's say you're trying to dial back the speed really quickly, you push, it's like a halfway in kind of push. Same thing for heading. If you push it full the way in, you'll go to heading hold. But halfway in, you can dial it and it'll go in increments of 10 degrees.
Oh, nice.
Altitude, if you...
Try to move that wheel faster when you what I do is I will press down and then drag my finger across the wheel. You have to continually press it down though. I mean, if you lift up, it won't do anymore. And then I just flick it, and it moves really quick. But if you just do a couple of degrees, it won't go quick. You just, well, that's, yeah, I mean, I'm just doing it forward right now. Push down and then rotate while you're still pushing down. And mine's moving very quick, like 50 degrees on the course heading, setting, just by, about a quarter, not even a quarter of a turn of the wheel. Does that work for you, Grant?
It does.
Maybe it's an easy dock thing that's preventing it from getting the click.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Hey Brendan, sorry, one more thing as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. Is this aircraft Cat 3A or Cat 3B?
That's a good question. We can go down to 300 feet.
That's 3A then, isn't it?
I think, yeah, it's Cat 3.
Yeah, 3B is 200 feet, so 3A is going to be, yeah. So Cat B is 200 feet, Cat 3A is, yeah, 300 feet, all thereabouts.
Yeah.
Could not remember that then.
I don't know where I'd find that. It's like, would that be my airway manual? This is scary that I don't know that. It's probably...
So you just come over there and come, I have a rough idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see here. Fast access tab, no.
So the Cat 3A then, RVR 40 or 3/4 of a statute mile, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so without Zalal, MD is 560 feet.
$560.
Yeah, for the MDA. And then DA is going to be 264. Oh, hang on, sorry, that without Zal's, without on the straight and landing, so we'll ignore that. So we're just doing ILS, so it's 264 feet. 270. Okay, about 70. Actually, is it? Right miles top of descent.
Yeah, 96 here. You said yours was what?
Approximately 8, sir.
Okay, I'll slow down a little bit.
I'm going to mic you one more time, Brendan, as well. One more question.
Okay.
Just remind me, turbulence penetration speed with those aircraft, is it decimal 7.1 or decimal 7.2?
7.2.
7.2. Because I've got the feeling I'm about to head into some weather, because I've got some clouds dead head at my level.
I'm sorry, it's actually 7.7. That sounded low. 280 or 7.7.
Okay.
Whichever is lower. So if you're up here and you're doing, you got to slow to 280 up here. Oh yeah, it looks like there's some build-ups down there.
Yeah, I'm not the same thing.
Florida, the home of sunshine, and we will fuck you up weather.
Yeah, man.
Swear to God, one of the funniest things I ever saw there when I lived there, like, is being a Brit. I was probably there for about 3 months in that friggin' heat. And then we had one day which was just complete cold and a complete downpour. And everybody's diving for cover. I'm out there taking a nice stroll thinking, God, it's like being back at home. It's lovely.
Oh my god, I'm wrong again. Alright, so minima for Cat 3, it's 6, 6, and 6. 600, 600, 600.
Oh, so you're not even Cat 3A then?
Right. I'm remembering minimums from the 7.6, and the 7.6 is 3, 3, and 3. It's 175 meters is the meter equivalent.
Wait a minute, if it's 6, 6, and 6, then is it even Cat 3 certified?
Yep, you can do an Autoland. It's just Cat 3 RVR 600. I'll send you the little picture here.
So basically it's one of those where you say, the airplane can land this up, but you best be able to see where you're bloody going.
Yeah. Can I send you guys a picture on...
Yes, you can. You hit that plus thing.
Ah, here we go.
Yep.
Ah, nice.
So does the weather radar work? Or is
Not
that
yet,
still?
though.
Ah,
Not
that's
yet.
still in the...
Yeah, it's going to be compatible with REX and Active Sky.
I'm going to print that out.
Yeah, one of my big... I love Active Sky. Like any other person, it's definitely... I guess the realist that we have. I also like Opus. There's a couple. It just makes Opus, and there's another one that's free, like FSWX.
Yes, that's right. That is free.
Yeah, and I really like the cloud presentations. They look very natural. Sometimes in Active Sky they don't look natural, but what I like about Active Sky is that the clouds tell you a story about how much turbulence they have, if there's precip in the clouds, and it always matches. So clouds that look like the thunderstorms are thunderstorms. They stay where they are. They don't move around.
Yeah.
So that I really like about Active Sky. But what I'm looking forward to with Rex Skyforce is, these. I guess they were showing off these supercells in their video.
Yes.
That you really have to plot your course through. I think Active Sky still has those little mushrooms, you know, that they're very localized. But it's very, you know, when I'm this summer, a lot of storms we had were you have to really go around them like by maybe 100 miles sometimes.
No, yeah, just real world flying, man. I get you. Well, Skyforce is all that and more. Skyforce is absolutely going to blow you away. And that's all I can say right now about it. But once we get you on the team, we can, of course, you know, talk some more. And plus, I'm streaming, so we really don't want to say too much. But it's just going to, it's just, oh man, it's just serious business. It's going to revolutionize the flight sim experience.
Dave, sorry to interrupt you, just pull up my stream.
That's it. Brendan, on Twitch, Brant's stream is same as mine, just with a 1 on the end of the address.
I'll go put it up. I'm on yours, Dave, right now, so I'll pull up his.
Oh, the turbulence? Yeah.
Well, not just turbulence, but he pitched me nose down and stalled the aircraft.
Oh man, one of the guys reported that, only he was on approach. What were you using VNAV descent?
No, still level.
Oh man, so you had a downdraft.
Looked like it, but it completely downdrafted and then put the stall, so it disconnected my autopilot.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, I was violently pitched down.
You have to check your active SLI settings.
Oh, now it looks like I'm being pushed to the side.
Well, I'm fixing to be where you are, so
I looked at the Active Sky map. It looks like direct swags is a good way to get between those cells. Oh, that's weird, Grant, that you got that. You're in clear air.
Well, that was fun. And then it went to a 50 knot crosswind, so it literally blew me straight to the left of course. I could see it slewing off to the left. Okay, re-engage your VNAV and nav.
What I find with Active Sky is when they're doing these transitions, weather transitions, what sometimes happens is when the graphic goes away or fades out, the effect is still there. So the storm effect, downdraft, updraft, still exists. And if you're flying generally in the area of storms, even between cells, sometimes you'll get rocked in the simulator, which in real life, I know they say, you know, 20 miles between cells, but you can get very close to the actual cloud and have a very smooth ride between, you know, they call it threading the needle. And day VMC conditions, that's what we do.
Nice to know that.
On the radar, it's suggested 20 miles, and that's for at night, because it's, you might see, you know, some light green, and that may be the blow-off from a huge storm, and inside that light green is some hail or some downdrafts and turbulence. So you generally, when you're at night and you can't see the clouds, the 20 mile to 40 mile rule of thumb is good.
Let me tell you what, man, in the P3s that I used to fly, I don't know if you know anything about that. That's a big 4-engine turboprop.
Yeah.
A big monster. And, you know, we were flying up in the North Atlantic, and we would fly anywhere between, you know, roughly 28,000 feet all the way down to 500 feet, you know, right on the deck of the water. And North Atlantic winter, man, is no joking matter. And that aircraft had a little problem when it was first designed and tested, or built and tested. Literally, the wings kept falling off. So yeah. So what they did is they strengthened the shit out of the wings. Well, you know what that means. There's nothing to absorb any of the turbulence. So
so you get it.
Everything was transferred to the people and the equipment. So when we're flying up in that weather, man, and it was nothing but thunderstorms, and I mean it was just horrendous. And so, and thank goodness we had a great anti-ice system on board. But anyway, yeah, we took a beating on every single flight if there was any turbulence at all.
Yeah, I always tell the passengers, everyone, oh, have you ever been in turbulence? There is turbulence that'll damage the airplane, but generally you're going to be damaged first. Before, I mean, they over-engineer these aircraft crazy.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to enter the first set of clouds, Grant, and I am 25 miles top of descent now.
Yeah, Roger. It was just after I made the left turn.
Okay, I just did that. Yep, yep. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you should see my stream. As soon as I entered, that was awesome. You know, as soon as I entered the clouds, the turbulence just hit me. It didn't hit me before. It hit me right as I entered them. Well, I'm on top of them, which is the same thing. I got them left and right, and I'm on top of them.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. Right, I've just crossed the top of descent.
So I had a downdraft take me down about 400 feet, and I've just come back up, but nothing any worse than that. And there goes another one.
Oh, mine pitched me nose
That's clear
down.
air turbulence right there. I don't think.
Yeah, mine pitched me nose down by about 15 degrees.
Yeah, I've not experienced that, at least not yet.
Ah, sorry, Brendan, 2 more questions for you as well.
Oh yeah.
Again, European regulations, or with some airlines anyway, below 10,000 feet, where you've got the heading select and the bank angle, they will reduce that somewhere between 15 to 25 degrees. Anything like that with Delta?
Yeah, we usually use 18 as the rule of thumb. So it's when you do the climb checklist and we set our meters to standard in the US, it's 18,000 feet. So part of that flow is to go turn the floodlights off, the wing nacelle lights, and bank angle to 15.
Or you only leave it at 15 degrees for above 18?
Yeah, we only use 15.
Hey, you know what, Grant? And if you go back and look at the checklist that you and I wrote up, it's in there.
Nice.
Well, we took it right out of the Delta Airlines FCOM, so everything Brandon's telling us should match. But yeah, it's right there, the 15.
And then the other one was on the approach, the thrust rating system. What selections do you use?
Climb, right?
Yeah, you leave it in climb.
Yeah, once you set it in climb, you leave it there until after you land.
Yeah.
It's also in our procedures.
I don't think cruise is ever used.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that right in the FCOM.
Max continuous thrust you can use if you're doing engine failure with a drift down. If I look to see what rating it gives you, yeah, it bump you up a little bit.
Oh, and Grant, you remember about leaving the APU bus switches on after you secure the APU? Yep, talk with Brendan about that just to verify it. And that's in the FCOM as well, but yeah, that's verified.
Nice. Okay, I made a bit of a faux pas here with the, well, the FMS made a bit of a faux pas because it's taking me up to, what's it doing with this actually? Oh, it's taking me all the way out there and then bringing me back to bunker, that's what it's doing. Okay, I can leave it like that.
So Jingle, Jerem, BPAC. All right, so Blame, Lori, and then runway 10 right. Is that what you got?
That's what I've got. What's going to happen is after Jerem, you're going to go fly to the east, and then it's going to 180 you back towards bunker, and then you're going to do another 180 back towards the runway.
I don't have that. I just Blame, Lori, and 10 right.
Yep,
Yeah, so after Jira, or whatever it is, you're going to go to BPEC.
Yep, Jerem and BPEC, yep.
Yep, so after BPEC, you're going to do a 180 to your right, which is going to take you to bunker. And then once you've got to bunker, you're going to 180 to your left, and that's going to take you towards 10 right. It's like a very, very tight approach like what we do at Frankfurt.
Got it.
Yeah, see, I'm flying between cells here, and Active Sky is giving me like this wild ride. I mean, maybe if you touched it, you'd get a little bit, but this is the type of ride you get if you were in the core of something really awful.
Wow. Yeah, you know, see, the deal is Active Sky cannot see clouds. It doesn't know where they are. And the reason is the way that Microsoft wrote the cloud draw system. They use something called sprites.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't really know where the clouds are. So it just approximates it. That's the best way I can describe it. That's why we get rain when there's no clouds and stuff like that. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I passed my top of descent some time ago. I'm down to 25 now.
Roger, I'm just through 21.
Yeah, I'm going to be making my approach to 10 left, just because I'm lazy and the gate's right there.
Ah, good intel.
Yeah, the Delta Park's on the north side. I think it's Terminal 2. So if you see on your your airport chart, Tango 3 is the entrance to the ramp there.
Just pulling this up now.
No.
Am I even thinking of the right airport?
Tango 3.
Tango 3.
Actually, no, wasn't Delta Terminal 3? I'm sure when I flew out of Fort Lauderdale with them, we departed from Terminal 3. It was just at the intersection for south of Tango 4.
No idea. Oh, we're at Terminal 2 now.
You may have switched it. I just remember being at the very northern tip of T3 when I departed. When I went to see you, Dave, in October. Okay, I'm through 18.
Yeah.
What's your indicated airspeed, Grant?
Stand by 1 second, Dave. I just realised something here. For some reason, I've not activated the. Well, I've got it installed, but. Ooh. Sorry about that. I've installed the Fort Lauderdale, but I've not bloody put the serial in, so. I'm
You
just
need me
doing
to
that now.
pause?
No. I can do it whilst I'm on the run.
Yeah, we've got equal distance between all three aircraft right now, so that's cool.
And it's done. Sorry about
It's at 350 knots right now.
that. I'm down at about 280.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading ground. Okay, 280. Roger that. I'm going to slow then. I'll slow to, I might as well slowly slow to 250.
This VNav is giving me trouble here.
Oh, it's locked up on you?
Yeah, it's
That's an old
there we go.
bug. Yeah. Takes a while to messing with it to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically in an override, FMS override speed of 300, and I hit descend now, and I'm descending below the path, but it should keep me going and not add power to stay on the path. And when you're in override mode, and it'll look at the lowest altitude in the box. So for me, that's Pion intersection, which is on the final of 10 left. And that's to cross it at or above 2,500 feet. And it should let me descend all the way to 2,500, you know, no holds barred, in clamp mode. So the leftmost box of your flight mode annunciator should say clamp 300.
Okay, roger that.
I'm gonna disconnect my auto throttle. And just go back to idle. You see, now it's slowing down. It's holding the path, but it's not respecting the airspeed anymore, so...
Yeah, ride it up, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you... Do you stream?
I'm streaming right now.
Great, because you can always give us a link to the video. Or, you know, highlight the video and then save it. And then give us a link to the highlighted portion that goes along with your write-up. And that's ideal for a bug report.
Yeah. Oops. I guess it was sending. Alt cap.
Okay, for some reason after I passed that BPEC, it deleted the rest of the arrival, so I've just had to put it back in.
Okay. You need them? You put them in manually or?
Not manually as such, it's just going back into the departure arrival page and
gotcha.
reselecting it.
Okay, right.
So
Let me know if you need me to extend eastbound in order not to conflict with you.
Oh no, you should be good. I'm just on the back course now, so I'm just coming alongside Lorry.
Okay, right.
Right, so I need to see if my money's gone in the bank.
Hey, did you get your AI shipping installed yet?
I haven't.
Tell you what, I'm getting some pretty incredible bank angles, even with 10 degrees or 15 degrees selected. You getting normal bank angles, Grant?
I'll let you know when I come on this next turn.
Okay, because I'm talking about some really serious ones here. Like I got 10, 15 selected, but I'm getting 30.
I'll tell you what, I'll select it for 15 degrees and I'm starting this turn now.
Okay, right.
Nope, it's limiting my bank to 15 degrees as it should be.
Okay, must be just an anomaly. Or you know what? It could be a chase plane, too.
Well, that's interesting. I'm getting fuel level low, but I've still got 2.3 tons of fuel.
So as soon as I went into the heading mode, heading select mode, my bank angles returned to normal.
Oh yeah, it won't. The bank angle limiter won't work in nav mode.
Ah.
It's
Okay.
limited by the FMS weight, so it won't give you 30 degrees of bank. Well, it might up at altitude, like 30,000 feet, if it senses you're above a certain speed. It's not the most trustworthy thing, but it should protect you. But when we're in holding patterns, like at 15,000 feet at 250 knots, clean, you're pretty much near your clean speed, and the FMS will take you into, it'll crank in a 30-degree bank, which is not wanted.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I knew it would do that. My problem here is it was giving me excessive bank angles up at altitude. So, yeah. That's terrible.
I can see Delta 575 ahead there. Who's that? Is that
That's
you?
Grant.
That's Grant.
Grant.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy right behind him on my downwind leg right now.
All right, I'll slow to 200 so I don't.
I'm still not picking up the localizer yet.
I got 11175 for 0906.
That's what I've got. Just going towards Beezer. So actually I should pick it up at Beezer then, shouldn't I?
A little cheat is if you look in the approach reference page on your FMS, it'll tell you the frequency.
Oh yeah.
And part of the, if you do a little approach checklist when you're below 10,000 feet, you just say flight nav instruments, you verify them, 0961, well that's from 10 left. Spoilers, retract, disarmed, and then cabin notification, you ding the flight attendants, and that's it.
Good to know that.
Monitor vertical speed.
Smile and wave, Brendan. So that button press doesn't work too good for heading. Works and everything else. It doesn't seem to be working too well for heading.
I'm flying 210.
Yeah, I still can't get the acceleration speed enough to...
Okay, Roger.
Why is it going to EPR limit?
I just picked up the localizer, I kid you not, at about 80 degrees off course.
Sorry. Oh god. I'm in that dive.
Wow.
There we go.
Established on the localizer, auto land selected.
Are you going to try an autoland?
Oh yeah, I did it earlier today. Just fine.
I've got 1175, 096 on the thing, but I'm getting nothing from the ILS.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm locked on, although it says it's captured, but it's taken me pretty far left of base course. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. That was weird. That shouldn't be like that.
Slats extended.
Right.
Okay, on the descent.
15.
Gear down.
Find that anytime I push IS mode for the descent, IS, the button right next to the autopilot switch, the throttles will go into EPR limit.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is kind of hard if you're trying to descend.
Flaps 15.
Altitude.
Guess I'm doing this one manual then.
Flaps 28.
See if you can get flaps 42, Grant.
Yeah. Flaps 40 is fine.
Flaps 40.
I'm 4 miles out.
Sink rate. 300. 200. 100. Sink rate. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
2 in reverse.
25.
Well, guys, I got the autoland to arm without doing an autoland test.
Right, but it'll veer on you. That'll.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, that's what you can do that. But once you
60 knots.
get across the
Lights
threshold,
out.
then you're in for a ride. And all you can do is secure the autopilot, turn it off correctly.
Okay.
Yep.
So you don't realise how short that runway is until you forget you forgot to arm the auto brakes.
Ooh. Two miles. Well, it's we're short final now. It wasn't 2 miles. It's 2 miles from wherever the hell the localizer is in this airport. I think it's down at the other end of the runway.
Runway's clear.
Roger, coming in.
It's funny, the default scenery still has the old runway that is the old 10 left, which is a taxiway now.
Is it? Good to know.
Alright, spoilers are armed, ignition's on Alpha, auto brakes manual, flaps 40-40 green. Bank angle 15 for final.
Oh, by the way, when you're landing, you go to manual braking. Watch the heat rise on the brake temperature and tell me if that seems realistic to you.
Alright, should I try an auto brakes landing?
Yeah.
Alright, let's flip that on. Why not? Everything looks good so far on this auto landing.
4. 3. 2.
Should see a line. That's normal. Flare.
30, 20.
Flare, please. Alright.
You got a flare? I didn't get a flare.
Yeah.
On mine. Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm gonna manual braking.
I'm showing him as a 767.
I am too.
80 knots.
Brendan, you're in the wrong plane.
What did I do? Did I do something wrong? I felt like I did something
yeah,
wrong.
you didn't put an ICO in for your aircraft type.
Oh, I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, well, I'm messing with you. So we've got a southwest just going out.
You used to fly the 7.6 anyway before, right? You're going
Yeah, yeah.
Why aren't you flying it again?
Yeah, and soon I'll be doing it again, yeah. I think I go to school another month or so.
I love the 7.6, man, as an aircraft. I really do.
Ah, man, the afterland checklist is so nuts in this thing. There we go.
That's why I love shared cockpit, man.
Yeah, that'll make it really nice. Oh, I see you guys around the corner there.
Yes, sir.
Let's go pull into this parking spot. I have the default scenery.
Hey, Grant, you know what? Looking at the aircraft, I gotta get up alongside you again. I'm wondering if that's a Boeing 717 texture I'm seeing. You'd be seeing the same on me.
Oh yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, my fix didn't work. I took all the aircraft textures. We kind of got ripped off with this ultimate traffic. You know, they've got probably, well, several hundred, if not a couple thousand textures, but only like 300 of them are worked for AI traffic. Therefore, only that many work for VATSIM traffic as well. So I took all the textures and I created a custom rule for them, and added them under custom rules for vPilot. But I don't think it made a difference. Hey, Brandon is an MD-80 now.
Yeah, I fixed it.
That gate just to your right there, Dave, Echo 10. That's where I departed out from when I flew to Pensacola.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and here's another thing I noticed. Let me know if you guys have trouble setting your parking brakes
I do
after you land.
Yeah, I do not.
Okay.
I'll take the spot on his left.
Yeah, I'm gonna right.
Why can't I set the parking brake?
Are you using the key command for it?
I'm trying both ways. Yeah, my little switch on my joystick, and yeah, it doesn't want to set.
And you ABS lights out?
Yeah, I during my after landing flow, I did the auto brakes.
And here we are, flight simmers, telling a guy who flies the aircraft for real, we're coming up with things for you to check. That's terrible.
Hey, this is a tough airplane. I probably forget a lot of stuff. I was like, maybe I turn the hydraulics off. I can get this one. How do I get this engine off?
You know,
There we go.
We've told people that joined our group before that if you can fly, we had Grant and I put together a little captain certification flight into Innsbruck, where we make the guys do a circle to land for runway 8. I don't know if you've done Innsbruck. I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
And then, so a circle to land, coming in from the Kitai, NDB, we do a circle to land runway 08, and then it's a go around on the first thing, and then you go out to Rattenberg VOR, which is straight off of runway 08 at 10,000 feet, 9,500 feet, I think. Anyway, and then you do a hold, execute a hold, and then you come in and do another approach runway 08, and then also you've got to use all both VOR, both nav radios and both NDB ADF radios, and then, you know, of course, do everything right. And we had one guy come close, but he didn't quite get it. And anyway, that was our captain certification flight for the group years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Plus you had to, you know, be able to operate the aircraft and understand the limitations and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We had fun with it. I tell you what, doing that enabled us to learn this aircraft really well, at least from a Leonardo Mad Dog perspective.
Oh, so I'm seeing that. I'm just seeing you guys in what my models are, not our current paint. Because I'm like, there's no paint.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, that's what you'll see.
There's you, Grant. All right. Yeah, I can't get my parking brake to set.
Brake temp's okay?
Oh yeah, you want
Shouldn't
to check
matter.
that?
That's a different thing, right? So,
No, it shouldn't matter. Brake temps look all right. I didn't use them that much. Right now I'm a little over 100 degrees. Usually, you'll see the brake temps start rising maybe 5 minutes after you land. It takes a few minutes for them to register, and then it'll slowly rise. Like if you're braking really hard, I've seen it get as high as like 250 on a landing.
oh wow, it's not bad at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's right, Dave. I can't get my parking brakes to set either. I tried clicking it,
mine set, no
keys,
problem at all.
button, but it pulls up and then it just goes straight back down again.
Yep, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm not having the issue at all. Works like a champ.
And you used auto brakes for landing?
I did.
Huh.
Set to medium. I'm trying to think what the difference might be. So Grant, you're actually pressing it in the aircraft. Let me try that. No, works fine. That's crazy. 2 people got it and I don't. But if 2 people have it, it's probably an issue.
Yeah, I'll put it in my little notes. I have a little text document that I'm working on, and I won't submit them until I'm sure it's something wrong and not something I'm doing.
Absolutely. Grant, you have it bound over to a button. Are you using FSU IPC for it, or are you using SimConnect?
No, the button's just binded inside the sim itself.
Ah, okay.
Well, I tried the key press, clicking inside the cockpit itself on the button, and all 3 just goes up and then springs right back down again.
Wow.
Yeah, I see yours, Grant. It's popping up and popping back down. It's weird.
My stream is secured. Can you try just